And we have Dane Sharp in the studio right now, and I hope everyone's tuning in to 99.9 FM to the Free Country Show right here. Dane, bit of a tough trip here, mate.
Yeah, we drove down from Tambourine, which is near the Gold Coast, so we spent a couple of days driving down, but yeah, I'm just wondering when the World Cup's going to finish, because I'm tired, man. It might sound like I'm crazy, but if I fall asleep, just give me a kick or something,
Yeah,
watching too many late games, so.
Yeah, it's been going on, and it starts tonight, I think, all the knockouts.
Tonight, is it? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was tomorrow or tonight, so a couple more late nights. So I'm going to ride it out and just collapse at the end and have a few days sleep, I think, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Good to be here. Good to be here. We've been talking for a while, so it's nice to put a face to a name. I'm always a bit nervous when you first meet someone that you've been talking to for so long.
I'm just a typical country boy.
Same here. I did dress up though. I was slightly overdressed today, but it was Formalita.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she appreciates that. She hasn't stopped talking about you.
I came from a birthday party this afternoon and had to play a little bit croaky. Actually, had to play a few songs without a microphone, so I thought I'd better dress up for it. But we'll pretend it's for you. How about that?
Fans out there, he looks very cute.
Who's Shane?
No, we're talking about Tony.
Yeah. That's all good.
Pleased to be here. And the family, all good?
Family's good. The two boys bashed each other all the way down, but no, they're all good. They're just at that age where they're communicating through their fists, so I had to keep splitting them up on the way down, but no, they're all good.
Yeah, put one in the boot and one in
the I borrowed that thing that's, I'm not very technical, but I got it going with that thing with the DVD players that sit on the back seat.
Right. Yeah.
So they kind of shut them up for, they watched Shrek about 5 times or something, so nah, it's all good.
And you came to actually come down to Nelson Bay for your mother's 50th.
Yeah, no, it was my mother-in-law's party today, and Mum and Dad still live in Nelson Bay, so we stopped in there on the way, killed 2 birds with one stone, and spent some time there. And yeah, it was a real hit-and-run mission, but I caught up with a good mate of mine too for a quick beer, which was great. And yeah, I love going home, and look, I love coming to Sydney as well. I'm not a big city kind of guy, but I love going somewhere and just being somewhere new. So it's this area's really changed. I haven't been here for a while. I couldn't believe the amount of houses and things going up.
I seen you getting mugged when you're walking up the driveway.
Well, I finally spotted the sign, so I was on the wrong side of the oval and the guitar in hand. I saw your face thinking, is this guy coming? And then I'm sure you spotted the guitar and maybe the long hair walking there. So it was, I had a smile when I saw you, so I'm like, yeah, so I'm actually in the right spot for once. It's good.
Alrighty.
Isn't it vocal is any family vocals in your band, or you are the only vocal in your band?
Vocals?
Vocals, yeah.
My band is it's intimidating sometimes, because in my band we actually have 3 singers that actually go out and do their own gigs, and then Darren plays the mandolin, the violin, the bass, the lead, acoustic. He's just so I'm surrounded by. Lucky they're such nice guys, because it's totally intimidating. But no, we have 3 amazing singers, but they let me stay up front. They've let me stay up front now for a while. So but yeah, we got a lot of vocals and some amazing players. And I'm so happy with the. Playing live is probably my favourite part of this whole business, and we've got the band locked in now, and it kind of reminds me of the soccer days. They're a team to me, and they're really multi-talented and such a great bunch of guys, so that's really important to me. So yeah, we'll have the same lineup now, fingers crossed, for the next
How'd you go
years.
down when you went down to Melbourne, the Socceroos?
Mate, I had a great day. It was amazing. It was I never got to meet them. I got to meet some ex-Socceroos, which the photos are up on Facebook. But there was a rumour that we were going to meet them, so there was this real anticipation. And then it kind of got closer to the game, and it didn't happen. But that's cool. And we all got presented a shirt. And yeah, look, it was a great day. Those days are few and far between. There's a lot of hard work in this industry, as you know. And look, my soccer contacts and things really helped, and I had a great day and a great night with some friends, and it was back to reality 2 days later, but look, yeah, it was awesome.
And you used to play soccer yourself, didn't you?
I had a bit of a kick around, yes. I guess people who don't know my story, it's slightly different to most people, how they got into the professional music world, if you like. Is I played professional soccer in, I went out to England for a season and then went to, this is a few years ago mind you, and I went to Austria for two years and played in the lower divisions out there in the second division. And I came back and, funnily enough, I first did my knee at Blacktown, so a ground around here. And, that was kind of where it all started to go horribly wrong for me, but it turned out horribly right because my soccer career was coming to an end and getting worse and worse. And the worse it got, the more I bashed the guitar and music. And I've written a song, and I might play it later. It's on the new album called Falls Into Place. And it's kind of like, you know, it's funny how you think life's falling apart, but it was actually falling into place. So, that's how I got into this industry and really bashed it from there. And I guess took out a lot of frustrations that I couldn't play anymore. And then it just faded away, and then a country career started from that, and then I'm like, wow, this is amazing, and certain things happened, and now here we are sitting here on radio, like many years later. So yeah, it's a weird story, but I'm glad it turned out that way. But it took many years for me to understand it.
So where do you originally come from? You come from Sydney?
I'm from Nelson Bay.
Yeah. That's
my hometown, and Mum and Dad are still there, and yeah, I've lived in Newcastle. Obviously with soccer, I travel around a little bit as well, so, but mainly Newcastle, that area too. So.
You better send your mother and father a cheerio.
Yeah, they're listening in, so hi Mum and Dad, it's down here in Sydney. I did make it. And it's always lovely to go back home. My old man, I had a couple of stints going back home when, and they still laugh about it. I had this spur that used to be like, I'm only home till I get back on my feet. And Dad used to come home and say, see, you're still laying on the lounge and not on your feet, so are we going to look for a job or something? So he always double checks that I'm actually leaving these days. And it's, I love them dearly.
From where do you get your inspiration to write a song?
To write songs, I guess for me it's, I love the upbeat rocky ones, I love to do live, but also love the ballads. And those inspirations I guess come from just things people say, or I guess times in my life when you look back and you look back with a different perspective, and when it starts to all make sense, and look, just things people say as well. So I had a childhood friend who lost his life, and if you like I can play that song later on. I was at his funeral, and a guy told his daughter that tonight there'd be another star in the sky. So when you hear things like that, it was so powerful what he said. It's like, yeah, you kind of know you have to make a song for the real meaningful, get ballads, I guess. But yeah, the rocky ones is I like to write in different ways. It's either in the studio, or my favourite way of writing though is jumping in the car and just driving and going to a little country town, middle of nowhere, whatever, throwing up the tent and pulling out the old real banger acoustic that I've got at home, and just seeing what comes out, So that's the latest single will be. That's how I wrote the last one. So that's my favourite way to write. So.
We might kick off with another song, and we'll come back to Dane very shortly. You want to introduce this special lady?
Yeah, this is a very
Number
good
3.
friend of mine, and Caroline Taylor Knight. She was number 15 on the charts, on the national charts with this song. And if she's listening, hi Caroline. She's having a baby in 5 weeks, and she's a very special friend of mine, and a great singer. This is a great
Hi
song.
Caroline.
Great song called Are You There?
I'm just a man with faults and dreams.